Thank you. Can you guys hear this? Is this playing through the speakers? What's up, Brett? I'm trying to see if this, if I hook this up right. I'm also trying to see if this gets blocked. This used to be a block. When Dylan learned to play sax. You can hear the music? Okay, good. This is Michael Brecker. Kenny G? No. Here's my favorite part right here. Listen. Oh my God, how good is that, right? So I made it's Cityscape by Klaus Ogerman and Michael Brecker. I made a video about this. I've talked about this on here before. I made a video very early in my channel. It's the first block I ever got. Jubal. You don't call me by my last name on this channel. Okay? You're new on here. But they removed the audio. I told this long story about meeting Michael Brecker in the car, and then they blocked the audio on it. So, at some point, I want to remake that video, possibly. So, I've got some interesting stuff happening. I'm back from. Thank you, Tom. I'm back from London. I'm feeling good. And I bought one thing when I was over there, one piece of gear, and it's right here. And I bought it. These color sound pedals are only made by one company in England. And I found one other one here that was used. And so I saw it in the thing. I said, "Oh my God, this is the place where they make color sound pedals." So I go in. I said, "Oh, I want that one. I want to buy it." And one of the guys I was with some people that follow this channel, and he goes, "Don't you want to listen to it first?" And I said, "Come on, man, look at this thing. It's a fuzz. How bad can it sound? All their pedals sound amazing." So I took a couple of them, played them, and this one killed the other one. I mean, look at the color blue. That's beautiful. Look at that. They're all hand done and everything. It's amazing. Sola Sound. This is so great. Number 24. What's up, Ray? Anyways, that's the only thing I bought as far as that's it. Okay, so I got some interesting news here. I got some great news. I corresponded with Gary Burton yesterday. Now, those of you that know Gary Burton, you guys should know Gary Burton. How many of you know Gary Burton? I'm going to interview him next month. And I'm incredibly psyched about it. I've been wanting to interview him for a very long time. Yes, there we go. He taught at Berkeley for 30 years, but really, I thought about this. This is going to sound kind of weird. Gary Burton is kind of like the white Miles Davis. Gary Burton found all these people that played in Gary Burton's band went on to become very famous jazz musicians. Pat Metheny. He played with he had Schofield in his band. He had Mick Goodrick, all these guitar players. Kurt Rosenwinkel, Julian Lange. But Matheny's really where he got his big start. Now Gerry started recording it in 1961 on RCA Records, and he did his first. Then he was on Atlantic, and he did a record with Keith Jarrett. It's called Gary Burton and Keith Jarrett, and it's Frank sees where I'm going with this. So I wrote to him. I was introduced to him by Roger Brown from Berkeley. Well, he did his first record on ECM in 1972, pretty much when Keith Jarrett started on ECM. He knows Manfred Eicher and's known him for 50 years, nearly 50 years. I mean, I didn't ask him about that or anything. He is aware of my channel. He said he'd love to do the interview, and so we're going to do it. But his first record on ECM is a duo record called Crystal Silence with Chick Corea. So he did a record with Keith Jarrett with a small quartet or quintet. I think it was Sam Brown on guitar, Steve Swallow on bass, maybe Paul Motion on the drums. But then he did a duo record with Chick Corea. So if anyone can get in touch with, I mean, I want to get his take on, I mean, amongst other things, I want to ask him about his career. He's had an incredibly great career. I mean, there's so many things that, I mean, he's a legend. He's a legend. He taught music business at Berkeley. When you hear people like Metheny talk about his start and his kind of what he knew about the business, it's all from Gary Burton. Pat was talking about Bright Size Life, and Gary talked to Manfred Eicher, and he told Pat to wait to make Bright Size Life. So Pat waited a year before he made it, which is really interesting. He said that was a really great decision. He's one of the first people Pat thanked when Pat got his NEA award last year. So I have many questions to ask him. I'm very, very psyched about this. He also, interestingly enough, lost his perfect pitch. And he had a post on this that I heard through Christian McBride's website. So he had heart surgery in 2011. And when he woke up from his anesthesia, his perfect pitch was gone, that he'd had forever, that he relied on. And he realized when he was playing the next time he played his vibes, that he didn't know what any of the notes were when he had known them for his whole life. In my initial letter to him, I told him about my channel. I didn't know if he had heard my channel and heard of my channel or me or anything. And I said that one of the things I do is I talk about perfect pitch and the acquisition of and the loss of. Did I hear his last interview? Same guy that interviewed Metheny? I did not, but I will take it. So he told me that he asked me if I'd heard of anyone that lost their perfect pitch with anesthesia, and he said that Carla Bley, who's a wonderful pianist, 5 Watt World in the house. What's up, Pipes? Carla Bley lost her perfect pitch after having some anesthesia with dental surgery. Now, I would think the age plays into this, obviously. You know, most people begin to lose it around 50. So I'm gonna look into this and see about this. I'm curious to know what Gerry's how he hears music. Um, Poor cerebral perfusion during surgery. Alan, are you a doctor? Because that sounds like a doctor talk right there. I don't know what that means. Um, so this is really fascinating to me, though, that this. Oh, wait. So I want to ask him about his perception of music. Think about it. It's like going from seeing in color to seeing in black and white. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. Pharmacist in hospital setting. TJ, you think you've been anesthetized far too much over the years. Stephen, it's like perfect pitch is an artifact left over from initial language modeling in the brain. Stephen, are you a neurologist? Do we have some brain experts on here? Because I really want. I'm. This is fascinating. What's up, Shauna? Um, he also said it became impossible to learn new things because he relied on his perfect pitch to store music. Fascinating. Diminished blood flow to the brain, Gerry. No, but you were married to one. You were married to one. You bet it's more like having 2020. How Fing cool about 2020 to needing eyeglasses, maybe? Yeah. Um, is it possible to retrain it? Like the pathways are there. Okay, so there's a YouTube channel that I really love, Smarter Every Day. You guys know that one. 6 million subscribers. It's great. The guy that runs the channel, Destin, is a brilliant guy. And he did a video called The Backwards Bicycle 3 years ago that has, oh God, 20 something million views. So the video was about these guys in a shop built him a bicycle. So when you turn left, it goes right. When you turn right, it goes left. So it took him 8 months to learn how to ride this thing. And Rhett says Smarter Every Day is the best channel on YouTube. Rhett was I saw Smarter Every Day on Facebook. I found out about it, but that's one of the ones when Rhett made me start YouTubing or start watching YouTube. Rhett told me to start a YouTube channel, and then he told me channels to like. Yeah, the dyslexic bike, right? Exactly. So it took him 8 months to learn how to ride this bike, but his son learned in a few weeks because his son has a young brain, with plasticity. I imagine he talks about all the algorithms that are involved in riding a bike, and I thought about this. He talks about the gyroscopic motion of the wheels, the way that you balance yourself, the speed that you have to go to actually keep the bike upright, all the constant balancing you're doing. And then I thought to myself, swimming is exactly like this. And I've never seen this. I've looked this up on the net. The algorithms that are involved with swimming must be very similar, and it must be a set of brain algorithms. People, when they begin to swim, kids, they fight, they're afraid, they sink, and then once you're able to swim, once you understand the algorithms to it, it's almost impossible to sink. It's just the opposite. You can't even remember the sinking part of it. So I'm wondering, hold on, I'm going to turn off this white balance thing. I think there's some weird things going on with my camera setting here. Auto white balance, let's see here. See if that'll keep that from happening. If privilege is no longer active, can it reside in memory? Thank you, TG. Wow, appreciate that. Awesome. That's so nice. So, my thinking on this is that the there we go, widescreen. See, it wasn't in widescreen. Yeah, way better. I'm thinking that the algorithms associated with perfect pitch are somehow broken. Those brain pathways no longer no longer work properly. Um, Brains are incredibly flexible in swapping info. That's true. But old brains are probably not as flexible as young brains. Gary is 76. Um, Steven says, you totally agree. You swam on a team in high school. You would teach older swimmers. They never learned to swim anywhere near as well as a kid. Um, yeah, that's interesting. My mom never learned to swim, nor did she learn how to ride a bicycle, and those were two things that she really wanted to learn. Uh, and I always felt really bad about that. My mom used to take water aerobics classes and stay in the shallow end, and she loved it. She loved getting in the pool. She went to this women gym, a women's gym, and she would go all the time. I think that's why she lived to be nearly 91. Um, my mom made great lasagna. So did my dad, actually. So Gary, I'm going to look into this more, but let's see. Deb says it seems like you'd involve more pathways with a bike because you're dealing with exterior mechanical factor versus the human body moving in space with swimming. Yeah, yeah. Wonder if stem cells would a pathway to neuroregeneration. Don't know about that. Um, my friends that have perfect pitch that are in their 50s say that they need to have their perfect pitch refreshed if they haven't done any music in a few days. That it takes a minute to come back, but there must be some neurotransmitters in the brain that your brain has to stock up on these things. And if you haven't done it in a while, it takes a minute to get refreshed. But most things that I've read, most people begin to lose it around 50. It becomes inaccurate. So I'm curious to see if he noticed that. I don't know if I'll ask him in the video all this stuff. This is just going to be one part of it. There's so much to ask him about. I'm really curious to know about his thoughts on where jazz is right now. Really, really interesting. Wow, it's going to be fascinating. I'm very psyched about this. He's a person that I've wanted to interview for a very long time. The guitarologist, one's perception of time could be skewed with lack of sleep, so it would also throw off pitch perception. Maurizio, what's up? Uh, let's see. I see some new people on here. Burton is really interesting because after he lost his perfect pitch, he would get lost playing. So, how did he use his perfect pitch? So this is really fascinating. So I've gone back and I started listening to some of these old records of his, and the one with Keith Jarrett is fantastic. Really, really fantastic. Now Keith Jarrett had perfect pitch, or has perfect pitch. And let's wait, if I play it, let me see if it's it might not be on, I think it's on Atlantic Records here. It may not block here. Let's see here. Anything on ECM is going to block. He has a lot of records. Man, they go back into the 60s. Atlantic Records. This may not block. I guess we're going to see. Okay, but here's the song I was listening to. Now, when you listen to this, this is what I thought was fascinating. This is from the Keith Jarrett's point of view. I think that guys like Lyle Mays, Brad Meldau, Chris Potter, Pat Metheny were very influenced by this particular record. This is Keith Jarrett's sound really starting to be distilled. This is before he did the Cologne concert, before he did the Bremen Lausanne concert, before he did the Sun Bear concerts, all that stuff. So this is 71. Listen to the intro of this, and then when they're playing together, you can tell how Gary's comping. You can tell that they both have perfect pitch. Okay? This is called Fortune Smiles. Thanks, Steven. Woo! ear. Okay, so that is so great, right? How that's amazing. I haven't listened to that record since the '80s, since the early '80s. It came out in '71. There's some great things. I mean, there's electric guitar on this, which is really cool. Um, Tom, I don't appreciate you talking about Keith Jarrett like that. I don't care what you say, but that's how you get banned on this channel. So there you go. That's my comment. You're welcome to delete your comment. I don't like that kind of language over here. It's okay on the other channel, but we don't do that over here. Um, so yeah, there's just some great stuff on this, and I was playing that for the girls on the way to school today, and they really liked it a lot. Um, I was they like after that crazy piano part there. I was like, Lennon, Layla, do you like this? And they said, yeah. And I just this cracks me up. They're looking out the window, just listening on our 40-minute ride to school or whatever it was, and um, eventually though, so we'll listen to jazz for 30 minutes or so. Then Layla always says, "Daddy, can we hear the King of Pain? Can I hear King of Pain?" She loves King of Pain. What's up, Ron? Um, so and then I played her other stuff, and she said, I played her some other Police songs and that she wouldn't know, and she knew. She said, "Oh, that's Sting." She recognizes the voice. Cracks me up though. Amdeo, what's up? A skeleton choking on a crust of bread. Good call, Dean. That's my favorite line. That's my favorite line. That leads into the bridge. Is that right? Yeah, I think it leads into the bridge. Yeah, it has to be an invisible sun. I'm going to Florida to meet him in person, Brett. I need to hire someone. I need to hire a videographer in Fort Lauderdale to, if anyone knows of someone, let me know. I need like a professional one because I don't want to film it myself. I have to have, I want it to be a two camera shoot and, with lavaliers, something like that. Um, I need somebody that's done this a lot so it doesn't get screwed up. Thank you, Scott. Appreciate that. Hit up Griggly Bear. He's in Tampa, which I don't think is close to Fort Lauderdale. Um, I am back from beyond over the pond. So my trip over there was really great. I hung out with the Spitfire Audio people uh, just about every day. The first day, though, I went out to dinner, as you saw. Well, you didn't see that part. I went out to dinner with Rick Graham and Andy James and had an incredibly good time. And then we did the interview, and they were they were so funny. Oh man, there's a um, they were just hysterically funny. Um, who drinks more, Andy or Rick? It was really interesting to hear their back and forth. They're both such great players, and they're both so humble. That's the other thing. Uh, I don't know about the guitar exhibit at the Met in New York. I do not know about that. Um, so I think that yeah, it's Rick says that he has small hands. Rick does not have small hands. He's got giant, wide fingers. That's why it's that's why he can do a lot of that stuff. And Andy's got some very long fingers too. But um, my question when he said when I said, "What's your favorite fret?" That was right. That just came to my mind. You know, I was like, Rick, what's your favorite fret? He starts laughing. Fifth, and Andy says fifth. And I thought, exactly. That's my favorite fret too. That's it. And Andy says, that's where soloing begins. And then somebody said in the comments, uh, Tommy Tedesco said that all the money happens below the fifth fret. Oh, that is very very funny. Off topic. PJ said, how is it David Bennett can play the Beatles Bon Jovi without being black? Because he's not playing the actual recordings. You can play. I mean, some people block anything that you do, like Prince's, Prince or the Eagles. They block covers. Um, so, uh, but other people are just blockers that will just block the actual sound recordings. So, Tell you about the Spitfire Hangout. Well, you'll see about the Spitfire Hangout when I put out the video. I don't know who wait, Michael Bennett. Am I thinking of the one that you're talking about? Bennett? Maybe it's David Bennett. Yeah, David Bennett. Right. He's the guy that did that the Michael Jackson tune. I remember. If they block you, do you get a strike? You do not get a strike if they block you. Oh, British Kid. Oh no, I'm thinking of somebody else. I did not go to Abbey Road. No. Why was my double stack attack title changed? Because nobody clicked on the video. Because oh, Man in the Mirror. Okay. Because Google, the algorithm didn't know what to do with the video. And so when I changed it, all of a sudden the video started doing well. And Marshall shared it on their on their Facebook page today, although it had the original title. Facebook, oh God, I hate Facebook. Hate Facebook. Any video, if you change the title, it always keeps the same title when you share it on Facebook. No matter it doesn't matter when you change the title. Kids don't know what stacks are. You know what? When they see them in the back behind me in my videos now, they will know what stacks are. So there's an art to each, DJ. That's right. That's exactly true. Yeah, so I wish that I'd gone with the title. I need to be more careful about my titles in the future. Dennis, what's up? What's happening, man? You know, Gary Burton is also the reason that I know Aydin, because Gary Burton told Aydin that he should come to Berkeley when he was in Turkey. He met Aydin when Aydin was, I don't know how old, 18? Maybe? Shipping would be $10,000. How loud was it in the room with the stacks? It wasn't that loud. It's not as loud as you think it is. Dennis, I don't know if you were here when I was talking about this, but I'm going to interview Gary Burton next month in Fort Lauderdale. I don't know if you saw that part of this. It was early in the beginning of the talk. But speaking of stacks, that's the only way you're going to bring back stacks is by letting people see them. The Gitologist, didn't you do you did that video on this, right? Hold on, let me see here. Let's see here. Let me see here. Gitologist here. Was it you that did that? Let's see here. Hold on. Yes, you did it. Wait. Oh yeah. The big mistake, that video, right? I watched it. I love that video. I subscribe to your channel. So the you know, this blocking thing is really interesting. So you just found this out today. You can pre-screen songs, see if they'll fly by the copyright system. Okay, so I've pre-screened them by putting them up by scheduling the stream, by scheduling the release. I usually will schedule it for an hour ahead of when I finish the video, and then the copyright claim will come in that hour. So my Weezer thing, I set it to release, and the copyright claim, the copyright demonetization came, but it was not blocked. And then it was, obviously no problem with the video. So, so I have no blocked videos now, none. I talked to Paul Davids on when I was over in England, and I talked to him for about an hour about this, and I talked to him about one of his videos has about 5 notes of an Eagles song in it, right? Of Hotel California. And he could easily edit it out of the video, and it would put the video's blocked. He could easily edit it out. I think he was nervous because it's destructive editing. When I went in and I edited out the little sections, Bruce Springsteen, the clip of My Bloody Valentine, why are they blocking? It immediately put them back up. Well, I was following Adam Neely, and I talked to Adam too when I was over there. And Adam put up a thing on his Twitter that talked about, it was an ad for people in the UK, for UMG, looking for people to go over and look at YouTube videos for, I assume, for demonetization. Let me see. I'm going to read you what it says. This is the job description that it had on there. Where is it? Wait, maybe it's not on here. Yeah. It says, the main purpose of this role, I may have to, this is so small, I got to read it up with my glasses if I can find them here. This is really unbelievable. They're targeting channels with 500,000 views. I think that was one of the things. That's why we got, I mean, they target all channels, but I think that's why Paul and I got 15, Paul and I got 15 copyright strikes on the same day. 15 in 3 blocks. I hadn't gotten a block in forever. So it says, hold on. I should sign up and do an undercover story, right? Okay, key responsibilities here for this thing. Coordinate YouTube and iTunes, CMS, digital metadata, long form, short form, reporting to the digital operations manager. Coordinating digital release assets and support materials is directed by digital operations manager while coordinating with the marketing team to create promotional material, blah, blah, blah. Ensure content is piracy protected. Utilizing the YouTube Content ID and coordinate with UMG Leaks team. Correspond with R2. This is the main purpose of the role. Eagle Rock Entertainment is the world-leading producer and distributor of music-related audiovisual content founded in blah, blah, blah. Katy Perry, all this stuff. Black Sabbath they have here. These are people that are in their catalog. These are who I got blocked by. They blocked Black Sabbath. They blocked Ozzy Osbourne. They blocked Katy Perry. Or they copyright. I got a copyright strike for Katy Perry. One of my videos where my assistant Michelle's wearing headphones and you can barely hear the thing. It was for the AudioFire Audio Fooled. Another video that I had 1 million views on that was actually monetized. Shauna, you did, yeah, you did cover. Yeah, Eagles covers, they all get blocked. Maurizio, your best friend is fairly high up at Google, went to school together. Coincidentally, wife teaches his daughter viola. Interesting. So there's an ad. They're looking for people to go and mess with channels like that. Someday the Eagles will come back, crawling back, and I can block them. Um, okay, PJ, David Bennett, you can play some people's music, like the Beatles. They don't care if you do covers of them. There's hundreds of covers. There are thousands of covers of Yesterday. Some people, but Beatles will block if you use their music. The Eagles block everything. Anything that is not their video, they block. Any cover of anything. So that I don't think that people realize this. Okay, there are just complete blockers. ECM Records, everything on ECM is blocked instantly. Everything that, Prince, instant block, no covers. I don't know if since Prince died, if that's the case still. Okay, so Gitologist, that's actually not true. Well, you can check for the copyright status with that, but for the blocking, you cannot check. Every single song I've done on my What Makes This Song Great, 59 episodes, every one of them is in that, and it says you cannot, that you'll get a copyright strike for everyone, which of course I did, but that doesn't tell me, it didn't tell me that Fleetwood Mac was going to block everything. And some of the things, a lot of them say that they will block worldwide, but they don't. Yes, Warner Brothers does block as well. So that's kind of the deal with that. It's totally bogus. And I'm going to ask Gerry about the ECM thing, because that's something that he knows about. Maybe he's not aware of this. Maybe he doesn't even think about this. But this one video that I did, it's called Audiophile or Audio Fooled, has 1 million views. My old assistant Michelle was wearing headphones, okay, and listening to these 6 songs that are on the NPR website. Through the headphone bleed, you can hear this Katy Perry song, Dark Horse, which is co-written by Max Martin and Dr. Luke. Well, it got demonetized. So it's been monetized for 1 million views, and that's money that I make for for doing this channel. I don't make a lot of money for doing this channel because so many of my all the videos I have that have a lot of views are all demonetized, okay? I don't do clickbait videos. Maybe I have clickbait titles, but I don't do clickbait videos. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a video where I talk about this and I cut the song out of it. Okay, I'm just going to actually cut the song out of the video. And I'm going to see what happens. Because I think ultimately these people are just going to get cut out of history. I think Max Martin, all these people that are blockers, whoever's blocker, Dr. Luke or any of them, is that they're songs that are just, fluff songs. No one's ever going to care about them again. And when they've been cut out of these videos, it's going to be like they're not, I'm not saying my videos, when they get just cut out of YouTube, it's going to be like they don't even exist anymore. Okay, there will be a video for it. There will be the Vivo video or something, but nobody's going to care about them. There's no it's not like people. And the same thing's for the Eagles. The same thing goes for people that listen to jazz, that are Ron just said Azov, Irving Azov. Yes, I know. He's the manager of all these people. He's the manager of all of them. I think that they'll just be forgotten by history. I don't think that Don Henley realizes I don't think Don Henley realizes that I don't think he thinks about this. Jasco Plumbing says, Rick, would I consider adding commercials to monetized videos to offset the loss of demonetized videos? No. I don't want people to have to sit through dumb commercials. I'm fine with the one thing at the front that they can skip through after 5 seconds. I'll tell you some things that bug me. When people say in the comments, like in the Weezer, Rick, I love your channel, but I hate Weezer. It's like, and I write, if you love my channel, then why do you leave a stupid comment like this? Why don't you just give it a thumbs up and move on? Why? I mean, that just sounds like, why do you have to announce the world? Or, I'm unsubscribing. Block. Banhammer. Boom. I mean, I'm unsubscribing. Anybody that has to say that to the world is a joke. Anybody that watches my channel knows that I don't care. You know? Please unsubscribe. You know? I mean, what? Like, you have to announce it? Oh, I'm unsubscribing. You did a Weezer video. Bro, I've done about 800 videos on my channel, okay? I've done videos on other things that plenty of things that you hate, I'm sure. I don't do only Meshuggah videos. And anybody that reads my channel knows that, well, it's funny because some of my friends, you know, like Rhett and Keith, 5 Watt World Keith. Keith's channel has gotten a ton of subscribers over the last couple weeks. He went from 400 or so when he was here to 12,000 now. And he says, you're right, Brett. If you don't use your pinky, you can't listen. I know, right? So everybody treads on how to respond to people. And from the beginning of my channel, I've always responded with very terse, responses. And Rhett told me about this term today called shadow banning. He mentioned it. And I'd never heard of it. It's like when you just ban. I said, you mean ban hammering? Shadow banning. Like if somebody has a negative comment or whatever. I just ban them. Like, who cares? You know? People told me, oh, don't ban people. It's bad for your channel. You won't get as many views or you won't get as many subscribers. It's like, no, you won't get as many idiot subscribers. You know? It's like these people, when you let people do stuff like that, anytime you let a comment stream or a comment thread go unattended, it becomes a dominant thing. It would become the top comment. Always a bad comment becomes the top comment. Any stupid meme comment, anything like that gets at the top of the comment thread, I just delete it. I don't want people, I want real comments, not stupid teenage boy comments, you know? It's ridiculous. Like, you know, it's like even Dylan and his friends don't make things like that. It's just ridiculous. You guys know the comment sections. They're friends of mine that have big channels, and their comment sections are just a nightmare. And it reflects, it ultimately reflects on the YouTuber. I don't curse in my channel. That doesn't mean that I don't use songs that curse, and that doesn't mean that I don't allow people to curse on my channel. Authentic Sound. You banned someone. He started a YouTube channel to spread the word of you banning him. You had to respond due to your subscribers who felt confused by it, had a hard time accepting you banning someone. Now you see this, Authentic Sound? I respond to them, because if you don't, I mean, I just totally bust on the people when they do that. And people that watch my channel know that I do that. And they, like Tom, right, Tom? You know I do that. And people go looking for my comments in there. And I don't get political. I had 2 or 3 political comments. I've never seen political comments in the things. Ban. I don't respond to them, nothing. Just ban. Political comments, gone. I love politics. It's like my favorite pastime. I watch politics and everything. I will never talk about politics on here. You never have to worry about that. And anybody that talks about politics gets banned immediately. And I love America. So, hold on 1 second here. I gotta forward some to Aaron here. There we go. Hope this channel never changes. Amadeo, come on, man. What do you mean hope it never changes? It will never change. So the only thing is that I need to make, I need to get back. I need to do some more jazz videos. You know, I don't want to just do videos. The guitar subreddit is discussing Rick Beato's blocker rant video. I hope it's good. I want to do more jazz videos. And I know that they just don't get, I mean, unless I have a good title, like the It's Time for a Major Change did great and people watched it. So I don't want to shy away from doing jazz videos because they only get 20,000 views. I mean, ultimately, those things actually hurt my channel, right? But so do live streams, you know? If I didn't do live streams, my channel would do way better. Because the live streams just don't get pushed as hard unless they are a rant. Like the one video got 100,000 views. For every 30 live streams I do, one will take off. But they just don't get pushed by YouTube. But the whole point of the platform here is that you have live streams. I don't get YouTubers that don't live stream. I think they're just getting nervous about it. And why? Live streams kill algorithm mojo, Gitologist. You're totally right. But you know what? I have to do them. You have to do them. I think you have to do them. Because people want to hear from you. And this is the only way to interact with people that watch your channel. Steven, just throw a nice jazz topic bone every once in a while. No, I have to do it. Yeah, I know, kind of sad that rants, SKPN are the most popular ones. But, you know, the thing is that I'm really good at ranting. I can make good rant videos. If I wanted to make rant videos to get a lot of subscribers, no problem. That's my that's my specialty. But you have to interact with people like this. You have to look at them in the eye, just like when you're making a video. I know that I'm not reading the comments now because I'm looking directly at the camera. But you have to look people in the eye and face them and talk to them. Just rant about ranting. The fun here is interaction. That's right, Martin. That's so right. I apologize that I mistakenly mentioned this channel the other day in that video. And I have 1,000 new subscribers here to this channel. I apologize. Subi noticed it. He said something about it. I didn't realize it at first. I know I blew it, Deb. Sorry. You can tell who's new here. Rantlers. Broke up the secret club. Oh, I guess that's right. Maurizio, did you say something about this? Guitologist, this channel got recommended to you tonight. Wow. So, Guitologist, have you ever been on this channel before? Because I don't remember you being on here, and this has been a secret for how long has this been going on for? Is it 2 years that this channel's been up? Something like that? I honestly, I'm not sure when the main one, not this one. So this channel, Guitologist, has been up for like 2 years, but I never tell anyone about it. It's not anywhere. I talked about it on a couple early videos. I don't have tags in this. I don't put anything in the description. Well, I have my book and stuff in the description. That's just that stuff is just in there. I don't put any tags on the videos. Subi, there you go. I don't put tags in the videos. This is a secret place here. And yeah, this channel, Nick, is only for true disciples. Exactly. This is where I come to learn about what to do on YouTube. Okay, so talking about topics, though. Talking about topics. Okay, I can't shy away from jazz. I feel like I'm hiding from jazz. I feel a little burned from making some what I thought were great videos, and no one cares. Except for the one video that did well is why do people hate jazz, right? Improvised music. Maybe we'll call it that or something. You know, I don't know. I don't know. But channels that do jazz don't get a lot of subscribers. They don't. I mean, they get 100,000, they get 150,000. But they can't get, you know, they can't reach the kind of people like you can reach if you do more mainstream videos. And imagining jazz tutorials, you can make it if you could play recordings. Exactly. That's the thing about jazz. That's another reason why I stopped doing these things, because you're so restricted on what you can play. Learning jazz is about the recordings. You know, that's it. The Dr. David, I mentioned this channel in a video I posted a couple days ago. I know I screwed up. I know I can talk jazz here. Scott Barry said, Doc Severinsen is 92 years old and still playing. I looked up a video of Doc Henderson, of Doc Severinsen, and he played great. 92. I couldn't believe how well he was playing. It was amazing. Like, he can hit high notes still. It's unbelievable. PJ, my early videos hooked you. I know. So things I haven't done film scoring videos because they don't do well, and I haven't done jazz videos. And you know what else don't do well are interview videos. So the three things that I do on my channel: live streams, jazz videos, film scoring videos, and interview videos do terribly. They just kill your mojo, the mojo of your channel. So, yeah, Doc Severinsen's still alive. It's unbelievable. No. He's still alive and still can hit high notes. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. Anyways, okay, so that's the deal here. It makes no sense that interviewing would do well. Seems interviewing would do well. It doesn't. It doesn't. What are the 3 best categories for me? I think it's different for everybody. My best videos are my rant videos. Cody, you don't click on interviews. Look, see, there you go. The Junkie Excel video was great, and it got 40,000 views. It did. What makes the sun great? I mean, that's the thing that's done well. When I started the channel, nothing that I did that was that was related to rock music or popular music did well. Nothing. No one cared about them. I did profiles on famous mix engineers because I was interested in this, but it didn't do well. They flopped. My first big video, other than ear training, was my drum tuning videos. My drum videos do great. My whiteboard videos, some of those videos have done incredibly well. My drum videos do well. I need to get my drum sets out here. I'm trying to bring stacks back first. Okay, so this is the first thing right here. More film scoring content. I know, right? Yes, in the Frampton video. Whiteboard videos are really good. What's up, Rob? Jazz drum tuning interview. I'm out of here, everybody. I'm tired. I hit a wall. You guys are the best. I'm still coming off jet lag, so I'll be on another time this week or so, all right? Thank you.